name is Birgit Evans with Alameda Backyard Growers. Welcome to Seed Starting 101. In July of this year, in response to the pandemic, we opened our very first free seed library to get seeds out to members of our community and help people to grow their own food. So we thought now that we should teach you how to work with seeds. So we are going to grab a packet of lettuce seeds from our little seed library and we are going to go and plant them. So in order to start your own seeds, you're going to need a few pieces of equipment. The first thing you're going to need is a tray to put your containers in. This one has no holes in it, and that will allow you to water from the bottom, which will help to prevent fungal diseases. The next thing you're going to need is you're going to need some containers. So what I tend to use is 6-packs. I tend to reuse the 6-packs. I wash them in a sink with bleach water, a cup of bleach to a utility sink full of water. I wash them out and make sure that they are pretty sterile. You could also use the bottom of an egg carton. Be sure that you punch holes in here. You always need holes and you always need drainage for your plants. You could also use yogurt cups or any other various container that you have. Again, make sure that you have drainage. Then you're going to need labels. You will forget in 2 months what it is you planted, no matter how much you think you're going to remember it. You're going to forget what it was. So I use plastic labels. These will last 2 to 3 seasons. So I can write on one side of them and then turn it around and write on the other side. You can use plastic, but probably not metal blinds that you get from leveler blinds. And you can cut them up, and it's a really great way to reuse them. You're going to need a permanent marker, ink that's permanent so it doesn't wear off when you put it out, or alternatively you can use a pencil, which will work just as well. You're going to need something to poke holes in your seedling mix. I use chopsticks. They always give us too many chopsticks, and so I just take them off. I use them. When they come out of the container, they are, we presume, sterile and usable. And the last thing you're going to need is you're going to need seeds. If you visited our little seed library, you probably have a packet that looks like this. Finally, you're going to need the seedling mix. And you can either buy a pre-prepared sterile seedling mix or you can make your own. So we are going to start with a sterile seedling mix, and I have got it moist but not wet. It has to be moist because otherwise it will not wick up water. If you put bone dry seedling mix in a container, you will never get it wet. So I'm going to take it, and I'm using some 6-packs that I have washed in a sink, and I am going to mound up the seedling mix into the 6-pack, and then I'm just going to sort of brush my hands over it to make sure that it's pushed down but not super tight. Then I have my 6-pack to plant. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to get out your seeds, and you're going to take a look at how big your seeds are. You want to plant your seeds 2 to 4 times as deep as they are large. So these are lettuce seeds. You can see they're pretty tiny. So those are going to go in about 1/4 inch deep. These are Chinese broccoli, Gailon. And these look very, very similar to all of your broccoli, cauliflower, kale, cabbage seeds, all of your brassicas. They're going to be little teeny round seeds, and you're not going to be able to tell them apart, so be careful that you don't mix them up. These are also pretty small seeds, and those are also going to go in about 1/4 inch deep. These are radish seeds. They're a little bit bigger, and so they'll go in about 1/2 inch deep. Also, because they are a root crop, they're going to go directly into the ground. We're not going to try and transplant them. Root crops do not transplant very well. So now we're ready to plant our seeds. You always want to make sure that you label your 6-pack. These are lettuce seeds, and I'm going to plant 2 lettuce seeds per pack. I'm going to make a very, very shallow hole with my chopstick, my clean chopstick, and I'm going to make them in exactly the same pattern, so that way I know But whatever comes up there, I can see what kind of germination rate that I got. And this is the Chinese broccoli, the Gailon. And again, I'm going to plant 2 seeds per 6-pack. You can plant up to 3 in a 6-pack, but generally speaking, not more than that, because you're going to have to separate them to get them in the ground, and you do want them to actually have some space to grow some roots. So these are going to sit, and they'll probably be ready for transplant in about a month. This is a flat that I planted 6 days ago, so you can see how quickly brassicas, like cauliflower and broccoli, will actually germinate. You can also see how similar the seedlings are. This is Waltham broccoli, and I planted 2 per 6-pack, so you can see here, you can tell that we lost one. That one didn't germinate. But then this is dino kale, and those seedlings look almost exactly the same as the broccoli. So it is really, really important that you label things.